And we are live, guys. Welcome to the third live stream of 2023. Apologies in case we were a few minutes late because some technical difficulties. Still checking if everything is working properly. Are the mics working? Are we recording? And yes, here we are. I will be taking your questions shortly. Welcome everybody. Let's give a few moments for people to join us. We have one watching right now. Um, for those of you who don't know how our live streams work, I shall. Oh, I'm not. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not wearing this close enough. Sorry. We missed out on that. Apologies. Apologies. Aryan is saying hello. Hi, Aryan. Hi, Aravind Siddharthan. Red Blue Blur. Hi, Chandrasekhar. Aradhya. Hello. Hello. Aryan Trivedi is saying, say my name. Okay, Aryan. Can you guys hear me? Aryan, Kekada. You don't speak Tamil, do you? Kekada means can you hear me? So, hello, Cross Production, Sayan Kat. So, welcome, guys. We're now 20 people live. Okay, guys. So, here's the rules for those who have been here before during the live streams. They know how things go down. For those who are new, just a few simple instructions. In your feel free to ask any kind of question. In fact, it's even brought to my attention that last week apparently people were talking about why I shaved my mustache and beard, and apparently my wife came and told me because so she's the one who pins the comments to the top. So loud and clear. Thank you so much, Dave Kambli. Cross Production is saying yes, you are audible. Okay, thank you. And yeah, what do I say? Like any questions you guys have, please click them. We obviously cannot reply to every single question, so you will have to how like what do you call like we'll pick questions at random. There's also a super chat if you guys can see. It's the small dollar icon in the corner. If you click that, what will happen is 1 second. Yeah, I'm supposed to log in this as my account, la Arvind for so that I can see what. Yeah, I should. You can. Yeah. Give me a sec. Sorry, guys, technical difficulties. How can I log in here as that? Let me check if that works. Pum, pum, pum. Sorry, guys. Give us a few moments. But will I be able? I can still see what you're pinning to the top, right? Okay. So yeah, super chat. How it works is like you basically. Give you a question, and if you pay some money for it, we'll ensure that we pin that comment and we do respond to that comment. So I think I'm going to begin with stay inspired. That's okay with you? How do you find? I pinned it myself. You know what? I can actually read from here this time. It's close enough. Cool. How to find a vegan life partner? Oh, that's very hard, my friend. From experience of being married for almost 6 years right now and being vegan for almost 10 years, I can tell you that just because two people are vegan doesn't necessarily mean that the marriage is going to work out or turn out well. Relationships are a very complicated complicated affair. If you like someone who happens to be a look, here's the thing: just because they are, if you marry a non-vegan, you're an ethical vegan, it's going to be very hard. Like, personally, I cannot do it. I cannot be in a relationship with a non-vegan. But if you find a vegan who you feel matches your vibes, who you get along with, someone who's not toxic, brings positive things to the relationship, then yeah, go for it. But I agree it's difficult. There's no secret. There's only very few of us, so you can try your luck. Okay. Yeah, going for. I think you can pin the comment since you can. You don't want. You can't, huh? Okay. What's going on? No, I'm trying to, as a member, moderate the thing. I'm trying to. Oh, okay. You want me to pin it myself? For now. For now, okay, fine. Uh, okay, Sayan Kath is asking, is he the person who asked the first question as well? I'm not sure, I don't know, but why don't your videos don't show ads? Why your videos don't show ads? So that is something I've decided to do intentionally, at least for all the activism type videos, educational type content, because the last thing I want is for someone to click on a video about veganism where they can now learn and probably get inspired or change their ideas, change their lifestyle, and then for them to have forced to be go through like two ads or multiple ads in between with the message, a very important message is being given. So that's why we don't put ads on our videos when it comes to the educational content. So other kinds of content, if I make like gentle kind of videos, I don't care about putting ads. Okay. You did what now? I think you pinned something, and I cannot see YouTube notification. Oops, sorry. I have to go back to stream here. It's in Safari or what? Google Chrome. Now, can you hear me now? Is it audible now? It should be audible now. Okay, it should be working now. Okay, good, great. So sorry, guys. Again, today you were new to live stream, so please bear with us for right now. So yeah, back then I did mind, but what could I do? I was in an office setting, so I used to meet with them, and they would sometimes poke me, prod me, make fun of me. All crap. That's the kind of stuff that kind of pushed me to quit my job and start taking up activism full time. Like I just couldn't bear with the crap, but there's nothing ethical or unethical about that. It comes down to what you want to do. I don't think it makes a difference whether you sit down to eat with non-vegans or whether you don't. What's up? Oh, the light. I want to actually turn the lights on. Give me a sec, guys. Yeah, you want to pin something else right now? You did, Dave Kambli? Do you believe in karma theory and that's why you became a vegan? No, Dave, I don't believe in karma. I am not religious at all in any way. I'm a complete atheist. I am of the strong opinion that karma does not exist, and that had nothing to do with me becoming vegan. I became vegan only for the ethical reasons out of pure rationality and empathy for animals. So yeah, next comment. Okay, Shiva Kailash Shamba is saying, my friend, stop cutting your hair and your beard. Make yourself look like a man and you'll be more persuasive. Okay, I guess. Like, I mean, different people have different looks. I don't know what to say to that. Okay, I guess. Vivek Jaina is saying, brother, what do you think about artificial meat? It is something definitely that I do support. Again, it depends on the circumstance. I've said this before. Let's say in order to produce that meat, you need to still constantly keep killing animals in order to get like a serum or whatever tissues and cells that we need to make that meat. Then I don't support it. Say if it's like this one-time painless extraction from an animal, and from that forever in this artificial medium, if we can grow these animal cells and replicate them, then 100% I support that. I personally would not eat that out of principle because I am a vegan. I will not eat anything that comes from animals. But say, for example, like what do you call, like, sorry, if it comes to such a like non-violent method, then I 100% support it because I mean we're able to bypass all the cruelty happening to the animals. So yeah, that's my answer on that. You pinned something else? You pinned Arnav Agarwal saying, sir, I've been following you lately. You're the greatest actress I've seen. Well, thank you so much, Ammav Agarwal. Thanks for watching our content. You know, I hope you've been thinking about this stuff seriously. This is a very serious issue, veganism, not spoken about anywhere on mainstream. You know, it's usually always pushed to and relegated to a corner, and people will try to make it seem like a conspiracy theory or something that's against farmers or something or the other. So thanks for listening with an open mind. Please do consider going vegan. I don't know if you are a vegan. If you are, means great. Else, please do be vegan. Vivek, Jaina, it's again the same thing. Brother, what do you think about artificial meat? We already answered him. Simply a weeb says right now only in Singapore artificial meat is probably available. I guess, yeah, they made a news article about that last year, but I think even right now it's slowly started coming into the US as well and Europe, nowhere in India as of now. But it is something that we can probably expect to come soon. Yeah. Again, I'm Michael should do some more research. I don't know how it's being produced. Like I told you, if it's being produced by once again we need animals constantly, then no, I don't support it. If it's done in a way in which animals are not exploited anymore, like it's a one-time thing, a painless procedure kind of thing, then I guess okay. Mangesh Phoenix Erudito says, at least non-vegan have only reason of taste. At last, non-vegan have only reason of taste. Yeah. See, the thing is that once you bring this up, they are gonna come and say that many of them will say stuff like, "Oh, look, this is an agenda that is being done to make our food toxic and then make us weak and kill us." Man, people will just have any excuse in the world. Like these same people, if they were in a situation where, say, the liver is failing, and then right now scientists find a way in which we can grow human liver cells, like in a test tube or something, in a different like a serum bath or something, and then we can use that to transplant that liver onto you. people will take that. You can actually, am I supposed to be the test tube babies are not babies, they're not human beings? Then how on earth is this not meat? It is meat. Instead of just growing on the animal, we grow it in a similar circumstance. That's it. So, you want me to pin something, huh? Okay. You guys are asking a lot of questions. Vegan Ankit is asking how to learn about veganism, and he seems to have asked that question like, I don't know, 10 times. Well, bro, there are so many channels, articles, information available thanks to the internet. Like you have channels like mine. In the Indian context, you have like so many channels you can learn about veganism. For example, there is YV Care, there is Voice of Vegans, there's a channel called Suresh Vyas. In Tamil Nadu, there is this new activist rescuer. His name is Sai Vignesh. Like, I'm just naming a few. There's so much Acharya Prashant, Robin Singh, People Farm. There are so many organizations out there. Like I personally know what I wouldn't want to name many organizations because they don't actually promote veganism. They promote a lot of nonsense as well. But anyways, if you go to the West, you have people like Earthling Ed. There's a page called Vegan FTA. Like there's just so much. Just Google, man. If you have a doubt in particular, just Google about it. You'll definitely get an answer. Go on Reddit, Quora, so many forums. Like there's so much of the internet. You will pin something.
You have to click so that it appears on screen.
I'll first remove this one. Now I'll see. Now is that appearing on screen right now? It's not, huh?
No.
You did not pin anything. I didn't get anything here.
A pinned comment, not on screen.
You haven't pinned anything. You Mangesh. Vasundhara. No, that's not. It's not at all appearing here for us. It's not being pinned for the audience here. That's okay. I'll see what I can do. Vasundhara. Vasudha. Let me see if I can find Vasudha's comment here. Try unpinning and pinning again. Damn, where is her comment? There's so many comments. How do I go through this stuff? Give me a second, guys. No, wait. This Mangesh person is still there. That is there. Mangesh Phoenix Erudito. Their comment is the one that's constantly appearing. That is not even being removed. Can you guys see Vasudha's comment being pinned? Because I can't. Oh, that she is. I mean, what to do with leftovers cause I cook that one? Okay. Yeah. She's saying what to do with leftovers cause I cook and my family is non-vegan. Should I put it in dustbin or can consume? No, please do not consume non-vegan food. If you want to be a vegan, you can't. If you're cooking for a family, I can only sympathize with you. Like it's very, very hard. I'm guessing you got into a relationship, got married, had kids, and part of a family right now, and like only much later you decided to go vegan. I know several women, also several men who face this difficulty, they're the only ones who are vegan, and for women it's worse because they're expected now to cook food that they are not comfortable making at all. Don't eat it. And it's not a waste per se, because the fact we need to stop looking at it as food. That's the whole point. Stop viewing that stuff as food. It's not actually food. It's blood and guts and violence and pain and misery and suffering, which your family is choosing to consume. Don't be a part of it. If you can, I don't know how much you can. Try putting your foot down and saying that you won't make these kind of foods anymore. That when you cook, you will cook only vegan food. If they want to eat such stuff, they have to find somebody else to make it for them, or go outside to a hotel and eat. I think you should start taking steps like that. Please do not consume that. If you are a vegan, I'll say please don't. You pinned something else? Anybody else to pin? Give me a second. Ian is commenter. Okay. Ian is saying, hey Arvind, I'm about to give a speech to convince our class students to go vegetarian at least and then vegan under convincing activity. But just give me some tips to effectively convince people. Okay, first things first, do not preach about vegetarianism. Vegetarians consume dairy products. They may sometimes eat eggs. They consume honey. They wear silk. They wear wool. They abuse animals in the name of culture, religion, everything. Vegetarianism is something that we animal rights people should not be promoting. Veganism is not just a diet, it's a stance against animal exploitation as a whole. So please do not promote vegetarianism is what I would say. Tips as for how to speak at your class. Is this your first time speaking, giving a public speech? Like, I mean, yeah, it can be pretty scary in the beginning. Just go with the flow, have a plan. If possible, have like a slide in which you, you can show and go step by step so it's easy for you to remember. Unfortunately, I am not the best person to advise and for tips of public speaking, because honestly, I have never trained, I have never even like attempted public speaking and stuff before I started giving lectures. Like this is just something I'm just naturally able to do. Like I was always, since a very young age, you put me on stage and give me a mic, I can speak. Like I have no stage fright. I don't think, I just speak just like that. So I don't know if I can exactly help, but yeah, all the best for you. Please do promote veganism, not vegetarianism. Okay, Sayan Kart is now saying what.
Click on it, sorry.
I can't do that because I don't know where on earth that is, because there's so many comments here, right? So
It's not paid to that. Oh, okay.
it is not pinned here for me, no. I found this comment right now, so I don't want to do that anymore. Is it pinned over there right now?
In the comment section.
In the comment section, right? I can't make it come there. It's too difficult for me. Okay, Sayan Kart is saying what to do with dogs, cats of our area as they don't take food without meat and fish. Well, then don't feed them. Like just yesterday, there's a dog howling outside our house here, and we got some bread that was vegan, and we fed it to him, and he ate. I thought first that he was an abandoned dog because he kept howling, but seemed I was injured. Nothing seemed wrong with him, so we fed him. Then a few puppies saw us feeding him, and then they came. We fed them too. If they are not willing to take that kind of vegan food or anything you can give them that is vegan, that doesn't involve exploiting other animals, don't feed them. I mean, if hypothetically, I'm just saying hypothetically, this is going to be very controversial because people won't like hearing this. If all the people who feed stray dogs and cats tomorrow euthanized, that is, killed all the stray dogs and cats, they would actually be killing less animals than feeding those dogs and cats non-vegan food. Prove me logically if I'm wrong. Don't do that. It doesn't make any sense for us to do so. There is some commercial dog food that's available like through Flipkart or Amazon and stuff where it is vegan. Even written as vegetarian dog food, but you can read the ingredients, it's actually vegan. See if they like that. Try other kinds of food like soy chunks, or even like roti you can make. Like you can make an effort. I am not able to. There was one person. I've been recently seeing a few of her posts. She speaks about feeding plant-based food to dogs. I think Curry and Pepper is their Instagram account. I'm not exactly sure. So I think that is it, Curry and Pepper. So check that out. Please do not kill one animal to feed the other. Makes no sense. Okay, now Rudras is next. Rudras Kopade Deshmukh is saying, can you explain what is grass-fed meat? People on the internet talk about, and that is supposed to be humane way, never really understand it. So basically, the humane part comes, so grass-fed beef, what is it? It means that the animal, the cow in this scenario, cow and bull, were raised on a pasture where they were only made to graze on grass. They did not eat any soy or corn or oats or anything else like wheat bran that they are conventionally fed in these factory farms. So the diet of the cow is only from grass. Now, these animals are mostly raised in a place where it's outdoors, free. They can enjoy and run and play in the sun and the rain and in nature. They have fun until they get fat and big, where then they are tagged and then thrown onto a lorry and sent to the same slaughterhouse to where the cows from the factory farms are also sent. So basically, before we kill them, we feed them a diet of grass. That's what is grass-fed beef. Okay. Shaktiraj Bilwa saying, Arvind sir, can you explain about force molting in India? I know what molting means. Molting means like when the birds shed their feathers, that is called molting. I haven't heard of this word called force molting before. Can you tell me under what context it comes? I'm just not aware. Okay. Arnav Agarwal, I think you're also pinning the same people over and over, by the way.
Not much.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't know, but yeah, you seem to be people. Okay. Arnav Agarwal is saying, sir, if vitamin B12 cannot be found in plant sources and you contend that humans are predominantly meant to consume plants, then why is this essential vitamin not found in plants? Yeah, see, Arnav, the thing is that humans are omnivores. Okay, we did grow up in an omnivore environment when we were cavemen, hunter-gatherers. Of course, we ate meat. That's where we got our B12 from. The point is that regardless of that, our physiology, when we look at the physiology of our body, be it from the way we have our fingers, our mouth, our teeth, the acids in our stomach, the length of our intestines, and the way our brain also perceives certain things and what we're attracted to naturally, we are far more inclined towards eating plants than animals. Like our physiology is completely like that of a monkey, of an ape. It is very much inclined towards eating plants. But yes, we got B12 from eating animals. Right now, since we choose to eat only 100% plants, we can get B12. So therefore, we take a supplement. Crash production is back. I think he was there last week, or again this week he saw him. I am there. Arvind, is euthanizing better than neutering? Euthanizing should be done, I believe, under the case only where the animal really has no chance at all at surviving, and the death from where they are right now to their death is going to take a much, much longer time, like a really long time. They're going to suffer so much. At that point, yes, it makes sense to euthanize an animal. Otherwise, no. But neutering, yes, must be done. We must neuter these stray animals, else they'll just keep procreating because that's what nature has programmed them to do. And more beings are going to be born into this world to just suffer. Doesn't make sense. Sundari Jayaraman is saying, Arvind Anna, I too am against exploitation, discrimination. I talk much about human rights, but sometimes I face most people just don't seem to care and hate us for speaking out. How do you deal with this? People will always hate the truth. So when they say you're speaking about human rights, I want to know about what context of human rights you're speaking and to whom you're speaking. Say you're talking about women's rights to a bunch of women. What do you think they're going to do? Agree or disagree? Say, however, you're talking about women's rights to, in the context of you go to like a village where misogyny and sexism is rampant, and there you're trying to change the mind of the men. You're talking only to the men. How do you think they'll react? They'll react the exact same way that non-vegans react to our message, showing that when someone is engaging in a form of exploitation from which they are benefiting so much, they are going to be resistant because they are hypocrites. While that same person will gladly say that they are against other forms of discrimination. It's very easy to stand right now in a city like Chennai and say like, hey, look, man, I'm against homophobia, I'm against misogyny, I'm against casteism. Well, yeah, look around you. You're in a city. Most people also agree with you. I dare you to go to a place where people don't agree with you and then try preaching there. And then you will get the same reactions that we vegans get. Because why? People are selfish hypocrites who will conveniently choose what is comfortable for them and are unwilling to give up, what do you call, whatever domination they're doing on another being, be it human or animal, to, like, if it comes to the point where giving up something, if giving someone else rights means that they have to give up something, that's when the person's true color is really shown. That's what I'm trying to get across. Now, Akshay Sharma saying, sir, you should collaborate with Acharya Prashant. My goodness, every week we'll get at least one Acharya Prashant quote because he's the famous. I know who he is, and he promotes veganism. His channel. I know who he is, guys. I know who he is. Why do people keep saying, I don't know who Acharya Prashant is? I told you already how many times. I don't mind saying it again, though. We are not collaborating with him because I don't think it will be a fruitful conversation. I promote veganism and animal rights from an animal rights perspective, from a rational, logical, scientific perspective. Now, you might say, like, wait, he does the same thing. I don't know. I don't know if he does the same thing or not. I'm not gonna. How much of his videos have I seen actually? Probably like one. Like, see, his type of content and his type of talking does not appeal to a person like me at all. I come from a 100% atheistic, scientific, rational perspective. The moment you put in words like spirituality, karma, stuff, again, maybe I'm wrong for saying this. Okay, I want you to take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. Maybe I'm wrong for saying this. Maybe I am, judging too soon without even watching much of his content, because honestly, I have not. I just can't do it. There will be no fruitful conversation because I have tried listening to in the past to people who are spiritual, people who are religious, and I just can't do it for the life of me. But I am grateful, very grateful that finally someone who is influential and a spiritual teacher is also vegan and promoting veganism, because someone like me, from my perspective, how much do you think I can reach? How many people can I reach? Not that many, but he can reach a far larger audience because he speaks to them in the way they like to be spoken to, from their perspective, from their background. We need that. We need more local representation of veganism. So I'm very, very grateful for the work he's doing, but that, collaboration wouldn't be good. That vegan teacher is saying, thank you for being as vegan as possible. Thank you so much. That vegan teacher, I believe you are Miss Katie. Yeah, we have seen a few I think I've shown you a few of her videos, right? Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. She's saying, Arvind, don't wear a Calvin Klein shirt. What the F? Are you advertising this company? Wear a vegan message. I kind of expected that this kind of statement might come up. You have to understand that, like, just by, okay, so let's say, for example, I am using here a Sennheiser microphone. Okay, so it's Sennheiser. I'm not sure of all the products that Sennheiser sells, And does that mean that right now me using a vegan product sold by them is wrong? And I am happening to wear a shirt that's made of 100% cotton that contains no animal products. I didn't even buy this shirt, by the way. This is like a hand-me-down shirt for me. And I'm just wearing this. It so happens to be written there Calvin Klein. Why does that now mean I am advertising Calvin Klein? Like, it's a shirt, that's it. It could have any message. Then Abhishek is saying, is Baba Ramdev vegan? No, I don't think he's vegan. He promotes vegetarianism and consumption of ghee, honey, and other stuff. Okay. Wait, what is that vegan teacher saying? Just pin that. Something she's saying. It's not something the same. She's saying it's not the same at all. It's in giant letters across your chest. Wear it inside out. Then why? I want to know why. Why is this now suddenly something like an offensive word? Like, I mean, I go to a shopping complex to buy my food where they also sell meat and eggs and dairy, and I buy my food from there. And on the label of the food is written, the vegan food I buy is written the brand of their name. Does that now mean that if I'm eating like a bunch of carrots while holding the carrots bag that has that brand's name, it now means like I'm promoting even the meat being sold there? Like, I don't get this. Like, how can me wearing a shirt? First of all, I'm not aware of what Calvin Klein is doing to animals. I don't know that all the products they sell. I didn't even buy this shirt. It's made of cotton. It's a vegan shirt. I don't get the point. Then Abhilash Madhav M is saying, can you please share a list of best and affordable vegan supplements for vitamins like B12 and others? Also, it will be much helpful if you can make a video to reduce fear of deficiency. Actually, recently I did make I shared a Q&A video from a lecture about vitamin deficiencies, in which this is what I said. Like, see, first thing is, vegans, we have to take a B12 supplement. Please do not be without taking a B12 supplement. Go to a doctor, go to a hospital, get your levels checked, blood test, get your B12 levels checked, and take, depending on your levels, if you're on the low side, start supplementing like at least once a day, every day, and do that for like several months and get your levels checked again. Once they're back to normal, you can start taking B12 supplements like once a week. As for brands, when like there are two brands I buy from, like the brand called Deva, they sell I think cyanocobalamin, and then there is a brand known as Unived. You can find them both on Amazon, and they sell methylcobalamin, which is also a form of B12. You can also go down to the local drugstore and also ask for B12. You could make sure that if there's a green mark circle, it shows that the capsules are not made of gelatin. So because B12 by itself doesn't come from animals, it's manufactured only from bacteria. Then as for other vitamins, vitamin D is important. You have to expose yourself to sunlight every single day. If you're the kind of person who sits indoors all day long, like myself, making these videos and stuff, editing, please take a vitamin D supplement. You can make sure it's a vegan. Okay, here's the important part. Vitamin B12 is always vegan. Vitamin D is not necessarily vegan. It's made from lanolin, that is wool, sheep's wool. So vegan vitamin D is made from mushrooms. You yourself could eat mushrooms that are sun-dried mushrooms, but don't do that. Just take a vitamin D supplement, or make sure you're exposing yourself to the sun every day for at least 20 minutes. Apart from that, you can get every other vitamin and mineral on a plant-based diet. AG Tube is saying, should we consume honey? Here's my thing. You have to understand that anything that comes from animals, first of all, is not vegan. Honeybees also, they're not invertebrates, they're also a part of the animal kingdom. Now, in order to procure honey, you have to understand that these bees work so hard they fly around, they take the nectar from the flowers, and then they put it in the hives and they convert that into honey in order to feed their offspring, in order to feed their queen and insulate their hives and keep it warm during the winter. Now, what we humans do is we go to the hives and we burn it down with fire and smoke, chase them away, kill them in the process, disorient them, and then we break down their hive and take away all of their food. They'll die. It's just as cruel as any other animal product. And in modern day apiary basically means a bee farm, what they do is they cut off the queen's wings to make sure that she can't fly away, and then they place her in a box so that the drone bees, which are the ones who collect the honey, will forever be there to make sure the queen cannot escape. So this is complete exploitation, completely wrong. So no, honey is definitely not vegan. Okay. Sunita Goswami is saying, tell me one product as a substitute for milk but it should be one product having all nutrients and benefits like milk. Uh, Here's the thing. First of all, the reason you're asking this is because you have been told multiple times that milk apparently is a complete food and has all these nutrients. I don't know who you are or your qualifications. You might be a nutritionist. I'm not going to judge on that. But do you currently know exactly how many calories you're eating a day, how many milligrams of calcium you're getting a day, how much protein you're getting a day, how much stuff you actually need per day, and whether like the amount and quantity of milk you drink, whether you're actually getting these nutrients or not? Are you first of all completely aware of this? I honestly believe that most people are not aware, but since they have been completely fed the lie that milk is so nutritious and so good, it therefore, like, what do you call, like, they must drink it. From milk, the main thing that people get is calcium. The human body's requirement for calcium is only 500 milligrams of calcium per day. You can get that very easily. For example, take a millet like ragi millet. If you replace rice with ragi millet for just once a day, you will get all the calcium you would need. That's it. Apart from that, there is no other great nutrient touted for milk. Calcium is the only thing it's sold about. It is sold as. So, AP follower is saying, Arvind, please tell me vegan skincare brands. Okay, well, the stuff I don't do any skincare stuff. The only soap I use is Medimic soap, which is made only from plants and not tested on animals. The toothpaste I use is also what do you call, like, not tested on animals and is made only from plants. It's Vico Vajajanti. Apart from that, I am not aware of any other cosmetic products. There's recently this brand, Body Shop, right? Body Shop. Yeah, the Body Shop recently became completely vegan, and so you can check out their products. I guess that's my suggestion. There are many vegan products on the market. You can go to PETA's website, PETA India's website. I think they have a list of a few brands, and you can see if you can procure those products. Make sure that the bunny logo on it, which shows that there are two things to make sure it's vegan. One, it shouldn't contain animal products, and two, it should not be tested on animals. Both are important. Shravya Bangode is saying, hey, what about your dog? Where is he now? Okay, she is currently not with us anymore because, well, there are a few reasons I have to, like, what do you call, like, certain information I can share, certain things I can't share. I'll do the ones I can share. The important thing is that we realized that for our activism work, it didn't make sense for us to spend around anywhere from 1 to 2 hours at the least a day caring for this one animal when our work could be amplified much more by spending the time on activism, like in editing videos or giving lectures and stuff. So we found another home for her where she is now open. It's like an open farm field. You can see there are many other animals there. There are many dogs who have been rescued there, many cows and buffaloes and other animals. So she's having a fun time there. She does not live with us anymore. And we also moved her house away. So yeah, that's the amount of information, unfortunately, I can share. So Abhilash is saying, thank you very much, Arvind bro. I turned vegan just 3 days ago after watching your videos and then watching the Earthlings documentary you recommended at the end of each video. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. I'm so happy, Abhilash. Thank you so much for having an open mind for, like it's truly like an eye opener. Like it turns your world upside down the first time we realize like what is truly going on behind the scenes to animals. And we see a documentary like Earthlings, it's so powerful. Life just can't go back to being like how it was before. So much respect to you. Thank you so much for changing. Hema Nandini is saying, what do you think about flexitarian and vegetarian practices? That is something that I do not promote. We understand that I promote veganism from an animal rights perspective. Now, it is not about us or our journey or our health, or it's not about us at all. It's not about humans or the individual who is a vegan. It is only about the animals. So, the point is that if someone were to be a reducitarian or flexitarian, basically means that, hey, look, I'll be eating plants 70 to 80% of the time, and 20 to 30% of the time, I'm going to go out there and kill children. When it comes to, for no other social justice issue, would we ever even for a moment give any sort of weight to such claims? Like, I mean, if someone is saying, hey, look, man, I only abuse dogs on Tuesdays, I only abuse my children on Wednesdays, I only beat my wife on Thursdays, but every other day of the week, I'm a nice guy, I'm a great guy. No, it doesn't really work. So obviously, I neither support that nor do I promote that. I understand that many people, when they transition to a vegan diet, not all of them, including myself, transition overnight, immediately. It takes time for some of us. So people are going to transition the way they want to, regardless of what we promote. So I say, in that case, promote veganism and nothing else, like nothing less, promote nothing less than that. So people who choose to, we got super chat, right? Of just Heyman saying, giving us $40. Thank you so much. So yeah, I don't support those at all. Hi is saying, suggest me what should I reply to my friend who says I have cow in my home, but we don't sell her milk for business, but only for family consumption. Thanks for your videos. See, what you need to ask that person is, a cow is not a magical creature that just produces milk all the time. That cow has to get pregnant. How on earth is that cow in his house? He has only one cow. How on earth is that cow getting pregnant? Two options. You either call the veterinarian and perform artificial insemination, which is just a fancy word for a human being shoving his hand into a cow's ass, taking a steel catheter containing bull semen and forcing it into her uterus, or you bring a bull from another place and then you force that bull to mount on the cow. How on earth does your friend justify that? That's my first point. Number two, that cow will now have to go through labor pain, bear that child for 9 or 10 months and give birth. What will they do to the child? Your friend is lying. Your friend is not wanting to take accountability for their actions. That's the reality. Nikki is saying, Arvind bro, please answer me. I've heard that plants and vegetables contain anti-nutrients and oxalates which are hard for our body to digest, whereas meat is more nutritious and bioavailable. First things first, meat is definitely more bioavailable. No one is denying that. Definitely, there are certain nutrients that you can get more of, your body can absorb from meat. Now, regarding anti-nutrients and oxalates, yeah, that's also true. Yes, plants such as legumes, they contain oxalates and even anti-nutrients. Like even, for example, take a wonderful healthy vegetable like spinach has a lot of oxalates. And I even soaked some channa last night, and even that contains phytates. That's why I soak them. You shouldn't eat these foods raw. If you eat them raw, you can get problems. So you soak them overnight when it comes to these legumes like channa, rajma, dal. And then what you do is you drain that water, rinse them well. That removes some of the phytates, and then you cook it. The cooking process kills off the phytate enzymes. Same thing goes for spinach. By cooking it, you kill off a lot of the oxalate enzymes, and therefore they no longer are something to worry about. Alpha Beta saying, I strongly believe you can't claim to be religious and believe in God unless you're vegan. Prove me wrong. I mean, it would be nice if we could say that, because most religious people, always claim that God is all loving, all knowing, all kind, all powerful. That's how they portray God. Listen, man, coming from an atheist, you're not going to hear me say much good things about God or religion. I'm just being very honest, straight up. What can I say? Like, yeah, if that's how they depict God, then yes, they should be vegan. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Yeah. Z is saying, Arvind, you're my inspiration. Here's my question. What are natural sources of B12? Because the lack of B12 makes vegan diet unnatural, right? 100% a vegan diet, I'll always admit, is an unnatural diet. It is not the natural diet for our species. It's a diet and a lifestyle that we create, and it's unnatural just like everything else. I mean, the fact that I'm wearing a shirt, you don't find shirts growing on trees in nature. You don't find pants growing on trees in nature. You don't find oil, an oil pond in nature, or sugar trees. We process all these things. So just like that, add one more thing to the process, that is humans, culturing B12 and eating B12 supplements. You cannot get B12 as a vegan if you do not take supplements. There are no naturally occurring. There are maybe a few. I think something like sauerkraut or some. What's that one fermented drink we once drank? Kombucha, some stuff like that. Like, don't do that. Listen clearly. If you're a vegan, you need to take B12 supplements. That's it. Okay. Anyone else saying anything else to you is lying to you, and they're giving you dangerous misinformation. Okay. Abhilash Madhav M is saying, as a vegan, now I have hallow tempeh, tofu, soya chunk, soy milk, rasayanam, vegan, vitamin B12, chana and rajma, quinoa, nuts and dry fruits. Awesome. Glad to hear that you're eating so much wonderful food as a vegan, Abhilash. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay. Yashwani Rajashekar is saying, accidentally stopped on your YouTube shorts. You're not the victim. Changed me to vegan. It just took me 1 minute to realize and change. Started learning more from there. More power to you, Arvind. Well, thank you so much, Yashaswini. Thank you so much. Which one do you mean, like, you are not the victim? Was it that elephant? Yeah, short term. Was it that elephant chicken one or? You are not the victim. You are. Oh! Me arguing with that girl. Me arguing with that girl. Okay. Cool. So glad to hear. So I'm very happy to hear that my work has inspired you to become vegan. And people like you exist. You know, that's what makes me so happy and excited. People who will hear it and they're like, it makes sense. They're not like, oh, but plants feel pain. No, they hear it makes sense. So very grateful that people like you exist. Just Cordelia is saying, hi Arvind, I've been vegan for 2 weeks now. I'm currently preparing for my boards and I really look up to you. Thank you for your amazing work. Wow. That you mean 10th or 12th, regardless. In my eyes, you're a young child because you'll be like, what, 15 or 17 years old. So happy to see that youngsters are listening and changing. This really gives me hope. I'm very happy to read the last two messages. I'm really happy. Tanvi Jadhav is saying, sir, my family and friends always get triggered whenever I talk about veganism. What should I do? I believe I recently even, no, we didn't upload the video yet, right? About my family and friends. Relax, man. No, okay, yeah. So here's the thing. What name is? Janvi? No. Tanvi. Okay, Tanvi Jadhav. See, here's the thing. Friends and family will never take us seriously. Let me let you know that none of the people of my family, none of the people of my extended family, my wife's family, or any of the people I used to call as friends or my colleagues or people I used to know have ever become vegan because of me. And I've been vegan now for almost 10 years and I've been the same person. And that's because I honestly believe that friends and family never take us seriously. In their eyes, they already have a preconceived idea, preconceived bias about me. So in their eyes, it's like, oh, look, it's Arvind the idiot. He's going to come here and speak blah, blah, blah. But I so happen to speak to strangers, record that, post it on the internet, and suddenly the strangers who don't have a preconceived bias against me want to listen to me. So don't bang your head against a brick wall. Doesn't make sense to constantly, what do I say, like, keep talking to people who don't take you seriously. Instead, start doing outreach. You can reach out to, like, for example, there's something called Vegan India movement on Instagram. Reach out to them. They'll put you in touch with an activist group in your city, wherever you live. And you can start talking to strangers as well, or give lectures, make videos, write to the press, do whatever you can. Don't waste your time on friends and family. You know what? They're just not worth it. It's not worth spending your time there. Okay? Oh, I can't see them. Did you pin them? No? You can't pin them. Okay, something is starred. Let me click on starred. You mean hey, after Hema, right? There's Cross Production sent us $40 and said, I will support after a few months on Patreon. Thank you so much. And Sai sent us 20 rupees, right? Okay, thank you so much, Sai. And thank you so much, Cross Productions, for wanting to support us. Thank you, really means a lot. Okay, what else can you say? Oh, you opened meme TVs. I've turned a vegan and I'm convincing my family to become too. Awesome. So glad to hear that. Like when you become a vegan and try to talk about this stuff to others, trust me, it happened to me too. Like the initial experience was terrible, man. Like it is like, I'm not joking. Like people seem to underestimate this. When I became a vegan, okay, I really thought that I have all this information, this eye-opening stuff. I've seen the cruelty, I understand the logic, the empathy, everything. All I have to do is just go and share this information with my friends and family in the world. And everyone will just wake up and be like, oh my God, I can't believe we've been doing all this for so long. And will change immediately. That's honestly the reaction that I expected. Never have I been ever so wrong in my life. Because everyone was just like, you know what, screw you, F you, go to hell, die, I don't care. Who are you to tell me what to eat? Like, you know, everyone started saying the most insane and crazy things. So be prepared for that. I admire your courage. Go out there, face the world. We have to speak up, man. Like, I mean, being vegan, obviously, is a moral obligation. It's very important. It is the most important thing anyone can do right now. But apart from that, we could also make an effort from our sides to go out and represent the suffering of these animals, speak out to the public, to strangers, and see whatever change we can possibly do to, you know, ease their suffering. Go for it. So much respect to you for that. I think same Sai is saying, please read this. For vegans, we don't need to take vitamin B12 supplements. We have mango seed powder, which has 120 micrograms of vitamin B12 and 100 grams of mango seed powder. Please consider this in classes. No. Look, dude. I don't know from where you've read this, okay, or whoever has told this to you. I'm so sorry. I have to be blunt and honest, man, okay? Vegans, I honestly believe we should be, we should be very scientifically accurate. Because if we give out some misinformation that could affect someone's life, and then later they'll think, oh, look, it's veganism. The whole concept of veganism doesn't make sense because now I got B12 deficiency. B12 is made by bacteria. Certain bacteria produce B12, and these bacteria exist on the bodies of animals. They don't exist on plants, as far as I know, and definitely not in the seed of a mango. That's just wrong. If you are vegan, please take a B12 supplement. We have to be honest about this. Vegans cannot get B12 from anything else. Okay, next.
Super chat.
I'll have a look. Hema Nandini super chat. Hema Nandini is saying another $40. Thank you so much. He's saying thoughts about flexitarian and reducitarian. Didn't I just respond to that? Hema, were you there? I actually gave a huge speech about that. I believe you asked this even a little earlier about flexitarian, reducitarian. Yeah, this is not something that I promote at all. Like I told you, this is an ethical message. It's not just a diet. I eat a vegan diet because I have an ethical principle. That ethical principle is that I will not exploit, harm, or violate an animal's right to live free in this world. Now, I cannot take away that ethical belief just once or twice a week and call myself as a vegan. That's injustice. If you do injustice once or twice a week, you're still doing injustice. So people who are flexitarian or reducitarian have nothing to do with animal rights. They think it's about them, like, oh, look at me, I'm still able to lose weight, I'm still healthy. Of course you're healthy. I can smoke a cigarette once a week and still be healthy. It's not about us, it's about them. If by me eating chicken once a week, the chicken's head had to still be chopped off. So how on earth does that make sense? Reducitarianism, flexitarianism, all this meat-free Mondays, veganuary included, have nothing to actually do with veganism. Now, Robert Trolley, I think, what does AED mean? Something Euro, Australian dollars? Robert, I don't know from where you're from, but thanks, bro. Something $10 you've given. Your feedback on debunked theories, extreme weather. I don't understand the question. My feedback on debunked theories. Is there like some kind of video series called Debunk Theory?
Climate theories is saying.
Oh, extreme weather. I first of all, I have not seen that video. I don't know what they're saying. So without that, it'll be impossible for me to comment. But thank you so much for the support nonetheless. Maybe you can ask some other question, I guess, because you paid. Akash is what you pinned, right? Hi, Arvind. Should a vegan listen to songs because most of songs have tabla in the background music? Tabla is prepared from animal skin. Yeah, see, here's the thing. And this is exactly kind of the same thing that I was arguing about earlier when it came to this damn shirt. How far are you going to take this? What about, okay, forget the tabla. What about the singer's voice? What if the singer is not a vegan? Singer is singing in a studio and then goes home and eats ice cream. You're going to stop listening to that song? I mean, if this is how we're going to label as veganism, the world is never going to become vegan, because that's, by being vegan, we stop paying money to industries or individuals that exploit animals, and also to our best degree possible, try to live a life without exploiting or killing animals with our own hands. For example, if there's a cockroach in my house, as a vegan, I don't want to hit spray on it. I want to catch it in a cup and put it outside, right? So that's where it ends. Anything beyond that, if we go, we're just stretching it for our own purity reasons. So no, don't worry about that. But I appreciate you for that question for a simple reason. You're a compassionate person. You know, you're thinking that far because you have genuine compassion in your heart. So I respect you for that. I'm not mocking you. I respect you. VMB is saying Lord Krishna wouldn't approve how cows are being milked today. I wish to give up milk one day. I completely agree. Like Lord Krishna has always been promoted and shown, depicted as this person who loves and cares for cows and calves. And India is one of the biggest exporters of beef. Man, the cruelty that goes on inside a dairy farm is something, since there are so many vegetarians here, everyone thinks it's cruelty free or something like that. A dairy farm, I'll tell you, is actually worse than a slaughterhouse in many ways. In many, many ways. It is psychologically and physically traumatizing for the animals there. So bad, and all of them are feeling that right now. And as for you, my friend, your eyes are now open. You've realized that this cruelty is happening to animals. You have to stop. Please make it your utmost priority in your life right now to read up as much as you can, to learn more about plant-based nutrition, more about veganism, watch more videos, meet vegans, contact, if you can, a group like Vegan India Movement, ask for help. Make it a priority in your life right now to please become vegan and stop supporting these industries. You print something else?
Super chat.
Oh, super chat. Okay. From Prashant Srinivasan, thank you so much for the $40. Read my comments, sir. Hope you remember. Read my comments, sir. Hope you remember. Prashant Srinivasan. I don't have a clue, bro. I can't see your face close up here because the phone's kind of far from me. But are you like my cousin, or did we meet once in real life, or you're a student from a lecture? Like I don't know who you are. Okay, well thanks for the money, anyways. Prashant Srinivasan, who is that? Like my cousin or something? I don't know. Someone named Hi is saying, sir, I'm watching your videos since 7 months. I was a non-vegetarian, then I wanted to become vegan. I gave all the arguments that you said in your video. I am now vegetarian only. They say you are too young, 16 health. You are never too young or too old to become vegan. I want to make that very clear because a vegan diet can be made to fit all ages of human life. Secondly, I understand as an Indian coming from that background how difficult it can be for you to make the transition because our parents control literally everything we do. I mean, come on, we know how in Indian life how it works. We're born, they control what we think, what we watch, what we eat, where we study, what we major in, whom we marry. Everything is controlled by them. So when we're born into that system, it really is hard to make a change until you grow up and are able to get a job of your own, where then others cannot force you to do what you want to. Once you're making your own money, you can decide what you want to do in life. So first of all, much respect and salute, a big salute to you for being at such a young age and realizing the truth and choosing to now stop eating meat. I respect you for that. Try talking more to your parents. You can share with them. There are many videos. You can speak to them more. I'd say don't fight with them because fighting only makes things worse with your family. So talk and try to convince. If they're still not budging, you will have to wait till you get a job or till you like move out and go to a hostel and you have your own pocket money. Until then, I don't think it's possible to do anything for you. But respect for you. Simply a weeb saying, wife of Aravind, please pin me. Hey Aravind, please. I like how this person is commanding us, like, hey, wife of Aravind, please pin me. Hey, Aravind, please tell me detailed step-by-step process on how you will turn India vegan if you are made the prime minister. I have never even thought. What are some fantasy questions that people have that they want to ask us? I have never even thought of being a prime minister, and well, okay, fine. Let me try something. Well, if I am the prime minister and I have all this power and stuff, man, now that you know what, when I was young, I would say stuff like, oh, I'll ban this, I'll ban that, I'll do this. But now as a grown up, I know how economics works, I know how the system is structured, and I know what geopolitical issues are happening. Like, honestly, I'll be honest with you, politicians can't do anything. Yeah, that's my answer. I'm so glad I'm not a prime minister of India because you know what? You cannot do anything except try to appeal to the people who have majoritarily voted for you. That's all you can do. They have put you into power and try to appeal to them, appease to them. That's it. You cannot make any grandiose decision. In fact, apart from Abraham Lincoln, I don't think any other person who was majorly in power ever stood for any other kind of major social justice. As far as I'm aware, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Who was really in power stood for against the social injustice. Now, we as individuals have actually far more power than those on top because they do things based on our decisions. We vote them into power. Okay, so we, the individuals, decide. By us choosing to be vegan and educating others and making many people more go vegan, that will be a far greater impact than me becoming a prime minister. So I'm sorry that didn't answer your question, but I had to give more like a practical kind of answer. Did you pin somebody else? Sharvil Upadhyay is saying, so can we say that lives of organisms which have nervous system is more important than the lives of organisms without nervous system? Not just a nervous system, they need to have a functioning brain. To be born with a brain that functions. Nervous system plus brain equals sentience, and yes, those organisms we can start talking about morality when it comes to those organisms. Does that make sense in talking about morality about those organisms which do not have a brain or a nervous system? That's my answer. Yeah, Divya Krishna for $100 is asking us, thanks for all the work you do. I've been a vegan for 3 years now. I haven't paid attention to my diet plan. Do you know any vegan food subscription providers? Well, yeah, I mean, like there are many brands in India. For example, you have a brand like One Good, which provides a lot of like vegan dairy alternatives. A brand like Good Dot, which sells vegan mock meat that's available. Then, see, here's the thing, man. I myself don't eat much of those things. I just stick to traditional foods, and I cook my own food for the most part. Me and my wife, we barely ever eat outside. So, like, what was the question again? Like, vegan food subscription providers. You mean like you subscribe and then they provide? I guess you should check out One Good. I would say start with one good and good dot and see what they have, and then you can move from there. We have LR, who is paid, I think, 25 Hong Kong dollars, saying, hey, Arvind, do you think more vegans should be muscular and fit, and also has vegan options changed in India for the past 10 years? You've been vegan. First thing, well, yeah, it always helps for, look, we need different representations of vegans, okay? I'm not going to say that everyone has to look a particular way, be fit and strong. Maybe that's just not for everyone. Like for myself, like I'm just looking like a normal person. I'm 6'4". Many people don't know that. They think I'm short. I'm actually 6'4", and I weigh almost 90 kilograms. I look skinny because I'm so tall and lanky. Now, there are athletes, and those people can prove to us how a plant-based diet is so effective for being muscular, fit, and healthy. And there are people like, no, so basically, no, I don't agree with your first statement. I don't think there's a necessity. But it helps because if we, at least we have to be healthy, right? Because we can show that, look what this lifestyle is doing to me. I'm not fat, sick, or depressed. I'm instead fit, healthy, and active. Regarding how has vegan options changed in India in the past 10 years since I've been vegan? Oh my God, so much. Look, when I first went vegan in 2014, I thought I was the only vegan in India. And when I went online to search for more vegans in India or anything at all regarding veganism in India, I found nothing. But fast forward 10 years later, it has exploded. I think especially thanks to the growth of veganism in the West, because we Indians tend to just adopt whatever happens over there. But I'm nevertheless very grateful. There's been a lot of growth, a lot of change, but definitely not enough. Not enough at all. This is not the growth that I wanted. I wanted far more growth. But yeah, that's the answer. We got another super chat, right, from Roberto Riley. He says, your position about impact on global warming theories being debunked, like extreme weather changes, and claims that vegan is pushed by the World Economic Forum in Davos. So here's the thing, man. Different people might try to use a particular situation to leverage it as a leverage in order to make something happen in their favor. That is true. I'm not going to deny that there are rich people out there, there are politicians out there, there are companies and investors out there who are going to take, for example, take like the current war that's going on between Israel and Palestine, or the current problem happening in the Red Sea. There are different groups which are going to capitalize on this. Like say, for example, arms manufacturers or weapon manufacturers. They're going to capitalize on this and use it to their favor to get more of a profit for them, because once again, that's just how the system that we are born into at the moment is functioning with. But global warming is real. Climate change is very real. Just because there are people out there who may, change things to get a profit on it, doesn't mean we now completely deny the reality. It is very much real. It is very much real. In fact, the best person who can speak about this also happens to be an Indian. I suggest you to Google the name Sailesh Rao. I'll spell it out for you. SAILESH space RAO. Sailesh Rao. This man is a climate change scientist, and he is right now in America, and he has done so many talks and lectures that he knows his stuff. Listen to him, and trust me, you'll get much better clarity. Did we get any other super chat after that? No? And we're nearly done, guys. It's been an hour almost. Yeah, you pinned Lay's. If you have a problem with the dairy industry, then the real solution is trying to bring reforms in the dairy farms and not just go about telling people to stop drinking milk. Look, I know where you're coming from. I'll explain to you. Firstly, I agree what you mean. You hear me out, you'll think, okay, he's talking about cruelty happening here, cruelty happening there, but technically it is possible to produce milk without harming a cow. I have to give both a yes and a no for it. Let's take the yes first. Let's say technically it is still possible. As a vegan, I stand against the use and exploitation of animals. Okay, it doesn't matter how we use them, doesn't matter how we exploit them. It's that they are individuals who cannot consent. They are not our same species. We cannot communicate to them on that level. Okay, and especially when we are doing things like using their body, forcing objects into their bodies, forcing another male onto a female, or removing a liquid from their body. If it's not done for their benefit, we shouldn't be doing this. That's wrong. It's exploitation. And number two, this kind of thing is a fantasy, what you're saying. It cannot exist in real life. People always fail to answer this question. Say you have 5 cows with you, okay, and say they all magically get pregnant, okay, all virgin births, okay, and then suddenly they all give birth to 5 male calves. What on earth are you going to do with the male calves? How can you take care of all of them? You want to take care of now 5 bulls and 5 cows, and next year again another 5 virgin births, okay, then what happens? another 5 calves, say they're half are female, half are male. How can you take care of them? Which is why these calves are dumped, they're abandoned, they're considered as a byproduct, something as a discarded waste to the dairy industry, which is why dairy can never be done without cruelty. That's my answer. Shravya Bangonde is saying, sir, if possible, please make long form videos like 1 hour lectures which you give in schools and colleges. Fine, we can consider that. I mean, yeah, we already published one I did in NIT Tiruchi like 2 years ago. Oh, it's 1.5 years ago actually. And it's called as the most logical speech you'll ever hear. I think we tried playing off that Gary Yourofsky's best speech you'll ever hear thing. So there is another lecture called Why Vegan. It has almost 500,000 views right now on YouTube. You can check that out. We could consider doing more. We are doing this short form content. This is what people are watching here. Like everyone is just scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. No one's watching big form content anymore. So that's why we're doing this. But I agree with you. I like short form content more. Did you notice? Due to this being the third live stream right now, my throat's gotten used to talking so much, but I'm not coughing at all. Thanks for the workout, guys. I'll be having lectures soon, and this is great. Abhilash Madhav M is saying, what's your opinion on Joe Rogan, Piers Morgan? You're asking multiple people. How can I give an opinion on everybody? Elon Musk, Andrew Tate, etc. Okay, mocking vegans by bringing up things like almonds, etc. are all obtained using animals. Also, that animals are insignificant. See, I have to take every argument individually. And if I am going to debunk what someone is saying, I have to do it on an individual basis. I cannot do it on if you can't mention multiple names and multiple arguments they make and me just trying to give a response to all of that. But regardless, the point is that right now, we live in a society where you can get away with hurting animals. Certain animals, mind you, like you go to the Europe or you go to North America, if you hurt a dog or a cat, you will get in some serious trouble. But you can hurt cows and pigs over there. It's totally fine. So they face no consequences, legal or social. It's considered normal. And these are human beings. If we were to go back 500 years ago and test their values, these people in a caste society would be casteist while we vegans will be fighting against casteism. These people in a racist society would be racist while we vegans are fighting against racism. Basically, they stand against injustices that have already been solved during the times while turning a blind eye to an injustice that is currently happening because it's easy to do. So that's your answer. And do we have any other super chats? Nothing else? One super chat. I'll read that one super chat, guys, and then we'll have to call it a day. Is this Hema Kalyan Sundaram giving us $40? Thank you so much for that. And also that guy, once again, Prashant Srinivasan. So, yaar, Tamil Karamara.
Is it from last incident? Is it that from, no, sir, from last incident?
From last incident? Tamil தெரியுமாப்பா உனக்கு? நீங்க யாருன்னு தெரியல எனக்கு.
One more, like you keep spamming.
Okay, fine, go ahead. Someone's spamming. So
I'll show you the
okay. Shakti Raj Villava is saying, Arvind sir, you are not answering force molting for chickens for egg and make video on this. I first told you I don't know what it is. And my wife has brought up here in a Google search, so let me just try to read it for you. Forced molting, sometimes known as induced molting, is the practice by some poultry industries of artificially provoking a flock to molt simultaneously, typically by withdrawing food for 7 to 14 days and sometimes also withdrawing. When you think you've seen everything and you know it all, you see something that makes it worse. Yeah, I mean, thanks for bringing it to my notice. I'll definitely read up about this. I can probably, please, you know what, how about take a screenshot and send that to me on WhatsApp. I'll definitely, thank you, Shakti Raj. I will definitely do my research on that. Yeah, I did not know about that. Yeah, basically humans will go to any extent to get a profit. Psychopaths. You know, and you see stuff like this only, you can't help but think like, I just wish an asteroid will come crashing through right now and everyone, like, Earth should just be destroyed. You know, no one should be alive. It's not worth it at all. So yeah, before I end, I just want to say thank you so much, all of you guys, for joining in on this. For all of those who messaged saying that our work has helped you in becoming vegan and stuff, like, thank you so much. Like, you know, keep fighting, keep being vegan, we'll be strong. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much for joining, guys. Take care and bye-bye.